Hey guys, I'm going to show you today how I start making a minimal track using the SampleWorks Minimal Volume 1 sample pack. So as you can see, I've got my Logic page opened up, and to the right here is I have the SampleWorks Minimal Volume 1 sample pack opened up, and this is how it comes. You download it, you get the drums, vocals, synth, bass, effects, MIDI, song starters and master samples. Why these samples are really cool is because they spent a lot of time creating really cool vibes, and you can hear them in the master samples here. So when I want to start making a track, I generally flick through the master samples and I kind of get the vibe of the drums I want to go with and stuff like that, and then I'll pull the samples in. So let's just have a listen to the master samples. I'm going to start here. Already some great vibes here, man. Everything sounds so well produced. A bit deeper there. That's nice. That's a groove, man. Okay. I really like this Jupiter one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the song starters here. I'll find Jupiter. There you go. And I'm going to pull all the samples in. Create new tracks. Okay. Cool. That's in time. So this is just a master sample here, just to check we've got the right one. Yep, that's it. Cool. So let's delete this. Right, so I'm just going to get it into a simple order that I like working with. I'll drop the bass at the bottom. I'll keep the hats up here and the clap. Right, great. So the beauty of these samples is how they've been created. So usually sample companies, and this is a big mistake that they make, is when they bounce them out, they normalize them. So you lose all the mixing information that the engineers put through. But how the SampleWorks guys have done it, they haven't normalized it. So what you're getting is the exact mix the engineer intended you to receive. So let me just show this to you. If I turn on the Oxford limiter, which is just a limiter, I'm pushing up the gain just to make sure everything gets louder, because what we're going to do is we're going to compare it to another track just so we can just hear the levels of everything. Right, so just kind of turn it on simply like that. Now you can hear we're knocking at 0 dB. We created a good ceiling of sound that we can compare to other tracks. And I'm going to play, use Magic AB, and this is a comparison tool. And I'm just going to play a track from a good friend of mine, Micheal Bibi, and we'll just hear the levels now straight away. As you can hear straight away, we have got that instant club sound, and that is what the motto is: club ready samples. You can see I've not done anything. I've just turned on the limiter, and when I'm A-B into some of my favorite tracks that I'm playing, I've got that club ready sound. And literally this is what I'm after. When I want to make a tune, I want to make it quick, I want to go through it. So let's just do this now. We'll remove the bass and we'll just listen to the drums. And we'll get up the drum section of Michael's track as well. Because that's just, you know, we're hearing how the drums, how well produced these samples are in the drums. Now what I'm going to do, for instance, we might say, okay, cool, I like these drums, but I don't like the hat, so I'm going to change the hat. So that's very easy to do. So we'll go to the drum section and we'll go to drum loops and we'll go to hat loops. And then we can just flick through and pick one, another hat. Let's just, for instance, get that. Don't stop. That sounds a good vibe. Right, so I'll mute the old hat straight away. Because the way these samples have been created, they're slotting straight in. I lifted it, you know, a dB to fit in. But if we A-B it again, it's you know, it's there, it's club ready. Let's just add in another one because we had an open hat. Let's just pull that open hat in. Cool. So we've changed the vibe now from this, from this to this. Again, let's A-B it, because we want to make sure this is ready for the club straight away. Okay, that sounds cool. Let's just do it to the clap as well. I'll remove this clap, the original clap, and I'll go to drum loops, clap loops, have a flick through some different ones. That's a nice one. That's the original one we got. Let's try this lockdown. Don't stop one. Bring that in. Same speed. Cool. That might need a little touch. But as you can hear, again, it's ready for the clubs. I actually prefer the Jupiter clap, so remove that. Let's keep that, but we'll keep these new hats we've put in. To remove the old clap. So there. Say, right, this is it. This is my drum loop. I'm ready to start producing. And all these samples, they're royalty free. So if you're quick enough to use this bass loop, you'll be able to release it. But say for instance, okay, we want to use, we like the sound of it, but we don't exactly like the pattern. We want to change our own. So that's very easy to do as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open up a sampler. I use Contact. Obviously the Ableton guys, we use a sampler in that. Right, so I've got my Sample Works Minimal Volume 1 here. I'm going to go to the bass. And if you remember, we're using the Jupiter pack. So I'll go to bass hits and I'll find the Jupiter bass. As you can see, I've got the Jupiter bass loaded up into Contact. So I'm going to close this off. Okay, cool. Now I'm just going to play a different pattern. Alright, let me play that in. Right, I'm just going to quantize that. Okay, cool. So we got a really nice bass sound. Obviously, it's a little bit loud now. Right, cool. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to add a sidechainer on this. I'm going to use a Vengeance multiband sidechainer just to get it out of the way of the kick. Okay, cool. So let's just literally, you see what I've done. There's no processing because these bass sounds have all been processed really well. All I've got is a sidechain on it. Now let's compare it to, well, you know, some of our favourite tracks, some of our favourite artists. Okay, it feels a little bit loud, so we'll just pull it down. Another track here. But you can hear straight away, you know, we've got the warmth, we've got the weight, we've got everything we're after for a club track. And we've done this in a few clicks. We've got the vibe we want, we've changed the bass sound, we've got a cool, you know, we found the bass sound that we liked, we played something in new, and we've created something really good. So you saw how quick and easy that was to build the vibe. There's also really cool synth sounds we could pull in here. Even there's really nice vocal sounds as well.
Beats, what's up? Yeah.
Let's drop that in. You can see how quick and easy this is to use. Literally, this has been 5-10 minutes. I've already created a really great loop that I can start building on. I'm not spending ages on the mixing. I can instantly A/B, you know, some of my favorite tracks, and it stands up to them. This is such a quick tool if I really want to make a quick track. And I know most of us producers, you know, we've got day jobs, we are working. So to have something like this to really create a quick track that sounds good and ready for the dance floor is exactly what I want. So definitely 100% it's worth checking out the Sample Works minimal packs and all the Sample Works samples from them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I really hope you're going to make some amazing tunes. See you soon.